I got this press release today, and I'm really overjoyed and ecstatic that this press release came out today from the Advocates Network. And the title is No 9-Day Wonder Lawmakers Cannot Be Lawbreakers. I repeat, no 9-day wonder lawmakers cannot be lawbreakers. And why I'm very ecstatic about this is because I see whereby the society of Jamaica is recognizing that we've got to speak up. People have got to speak up. Cannot accept things as is. But at the same time, there needs to be a high level of order. So I repeat this. The Advocates Network joins law-abiding citizens in expressing outrage and alarm at the recent public exhortation by MP Delroy Chuck. Yes, that name. I've been speaking about this for a while. During Parliament's Integrity Commission IC Oversight Committee meeting on January the 14th, 2025, we are befuddled that a Minister of Justice would advise fellow parliamentarians not to comply with a provision in the IC Act that requires them to provide information about their spouses and children earnings to the anti-corruption body. This amounts to an advice. Listen to this. This amounts to an advice to break the law. Can you believe that? To break the law. I'll go further. This is untenable. It is said in the press release. And it's great just reading this press release. And I hope more people will just read this press release and share this press release. This not only weakens public trust of parliamentarians, but undermines the rule of law and core principles of democracy. This cannot be another 9-day wonder. This cannot be another 9-day wonder. Actually, I was saying it was 7-day wonder, based on how I saw it last week. We remind the public that each members of parliament, MPs, must take the oath of allegiance, which requires them to uphold and defend the Constitution and the laws of Jamaica. Minister Chuck understands this responsibility very well and explicitly stated so in 2000 during deliberations on the bill entitled the Corruption Prevention Act. The Hansard reported that he said this. This is what he said. It is very important that persons who would like to be public servants, elected or bureaucrats, that they should be protected and protected in the sense, Madam Speaker, that their privacy in terms of their assets and information should be protected. Goes further. I found that when I had to declare everything I own, everything my wife and my children own to be an invasion, and indeed, I wondered if I had to, but eventually, because I'm a parliamentarian, I said I'll follow the law, and I followed it. That's what he said, I followed it. Now, this stands in stark contrast to his current position. What changed since 2000? This is what the press release is saying. What objective does it serve, and what does it communicate to the public to have our Minister of Justice recommend that the IC explain why is the IC asking members to indicate the salaries of their spouse or children? Why? This requirement is not the IC's idea. Rather, it is that of our own legislators. MP Chuck, Member of Parliament Chuck, has been a member of the lower house for 27 years. And I repeat this, 27 years and we have been compliant with the Parliament's Integrity of Members Act 1973 and the Integrity Commission Act 2017, both, of which require information on spousal assets and liabilities to be declared. Member of Parliament MP Chuck was also our Minister of Justice with responsibility for the Parliament's legislative work at the time of the crafting, scrutiny, and passage of the current legislation in 2017. Now, considering this huge discrepancy in his 2000 statement and that of January 14, 2025, his own understanding that the law requires it and not the IC, and his own compliance with this law for over 2 decades, The AN, which is the Advocates Network, strongly urges Minister Chuck to provide a valid explanation of his anomalous advice to other MPs. And I want to echo that as well. In the absence of valid explanation, the AN, Advocates Network, joins a call for him to tender his resignation. And I call Jamaicans to really stand up and say that lawmakers cannot be lawbreakers. I repeat, lawmakers cannot be lawbreakers. No 9-day wonder. Lawmakers cannot be lawbreakers. Thank you very much. My name is Silver Insidia.